All right, let's go ahead and get it started. Just a little house cleaning before we get started. Mr. Erickson, I was told to from 2050 they had you check your text messages. So I'll send that message to you. We're going to get started. Again, welcome parents to our May PPN meeting. We have the schools each here to represent themselves as well as their staff members and some students. We're still waiting on a few people to join as far as presenters, but we're going to go ahead and get started for the evening. So parents, if you have not yet done so, please put your child's name and grade inside the chat. If you can do that for me right quick, we have to keep documentation. So please put your child's name and grade inside the chat if you have not yet done so. And we're going to start off this today. We're going to go top down. We typically go from bottom to the top. But today we're going to start with the high school. So Mr. Erickson will kick it off. He'll introduce his team, and then we'll go from high school to middle to elementary.
All right, good evening, parents. First, I'll go ahead, I'll give the updates for the high school. We are winding down. We're in the last 6 weeks here of the school year. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. is our spring concert. So if you have a child in dance, orchestra, choir, or band, please come out. It's going to be a really nice performance, roughly 6 to 7:30. Beyond that, we're really looking ahead to finals. If you have a senior, those finals will be on May 30th and May 31st. And if you have a 9th through 11th grade students, those finals will be on June 22nd to June 23rd. Attendance from now up until the end of the year is just really crucial in making sure we pass all of our classes. And the other thing I did want to share, we are heading into summer. For any parent who has an incoming 9th grade student, we do have a Jumpstart program, and we will be explaining more about that as we get closer to summer. We'll be going to the 8th grade promotional ceremony. We're going to be sending out a communication, but that is a 4-hour program, basically the month of July, from July 5th to the 28th. And similarly, if you have a current 9th, 10th, or 11th grade student who needs to make up any credits, we have a credit recovery program from 8 to noon in the high school with those same dates, essentially the month of July, July 5th through the 28th. One final piece, if you have a child who is not in either of those programs, we did send out a summer program letter, which I'm sharing now. You can check your email for it, reach out if you did not receive it, but it has a number of different other programs that you can sign up your child for, and also job opportunities as well for the summer. So there's anything from U of M programs as far as space, aerospace, artificial intelligence. There's a teacher preparation program. There's also some at Wayne State, Upward Bound, something to look over, talk to your child. If there is nothing lined up for the summer, some really great opportunities, pretty much all of which are free or come with a stipend or wages if it's a job. So something to check out if you did miss that email, and we are looking forward to summer at this time. Any questions for the high school?
Mr. Erickson, Ms. Barnes. So Ms. Barnes, everything, just put, if you have not done so, just put your child's name and grade in there, and I have Mr. Erickson send that. She wants to email Mr. Erickson. I'll have him send it out to you tomorrow once we find out what grade your child is in.
We'll get it tonight.
Tonight, there we go. Thank you, Mr. Erickson.
Okay. So if no other questions, I do want to introduce Miss Cleary. She is our English and social studies teacher. She teaches our law class as well. And she has been working with our Michigan Youth in Government students, which is a really unique experience at the high school level, where the students get to go to Lansing for 5 days. That's all I will say. I'll let her explain the rest, and take it away, Miss Cleary.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. So Michigan Youth in Government is like Mr. Erickson said, a unique experience. The YMCA runs Michigan Youth in Government, but it is very much a student-led organization, and students from all over the state come together and end up at a fall conference in Lansing actually running the government. So you have people in various positions. They write bills, they argue those bills on the House and Senate floor in Lansing in the Capitol, and they have the opportunity to get their bills passed through this student government experience. This year, We were able to take 14 students to Lansing for a 4-day conference. And unlike previous years where people very much focused on just the bill writing, being legislators, our students this time got to branch out. So we had people that were arguing and debating on national issues through the National Issues Forum. We had people that acted as lobbyists. We also, for the first time, had a team for MJP, which is the mock trial. So they, for those 4 days, argued and conducted trials as if they were attorneys, and went up against other students in other school districts. We also this year, one of our students did have her bill passed, Michaela Walker, and she actually, Governor Whitmer happened to be there, and she was able to meet Governor Whitmer and have her picture taken with her and things like that. So it was really a great opportunity. We also have one of our delegation leaders, he's a senior, Stephen Doss, on, and I would like him to speak a little bit about his experience through Michigan Youth in Government. Stephen?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in the car right now if you hear background noise. But Michigan Youth in Government is a really fun and intricate experience. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to experience a lot of new things, such as seeing new things, trying out new things within the government, figuring out how our own system works, and you get to actually be in where our Congress actually sits everywhere. It's fun and an amazing experience.
Are there any questions or anybody interested in Michigan Youth in Government? You can always, send me an email or have your student contact me. But are there any questions right now? Okay.
I don't think so. It's clear, but if parents, any questions, any high school parents, any questions about Michigan government? It's a program we've been involved with for the past, at least 15, 16 years. And middle school and high school, our goal is to hopefully bring the middle school program back next year, but the high school has kept it rolling. So thank you, Ms. Cleary, for the work you do. Thank you, Stephen, for coming on today and sharing. Oh, there's a picture. There we go, Harrison. All right, help us out with the pictures. There we go. There's the governor.
Here's Stephen.
Oh, dressed to impress, I see. Okay, I got you.
That was a talent show that they held.
Nah.
It's a really unique experience. So thank you so much, Ms. Cleary. That's a little snapshot into the program.
Thank you so much. All right, next up, we got to actually do some reverse order due to a few scheduling conflicts. So I'm going to bump the middle school down to last, Ms. Wilson, to be patient. And Mr. Anderson and elementary team will go next. So we'll go high school, elementary, and then middle school. Mr. Anderson is all yours.
Thank you. Good evening, parents and everyone. Just to give you a couple of updates for the elementary. This week is our book fair. So we have that going on up until Friday. Just a reminder, Friday is parent-teacher conferences. It is early release for our students. Parent-teacher conferences begins at 3 to 6. A couple of field trips I do want to note that we have up and coming. On Friday the 19th, we have our dance and 5th grade choir attending Alice in the New Wonderland. That was through Detroit Mosaic, so they'll be attending that. On the 26th, we have our kindergartners going to the Detroit Zoo. And that's for May. And in June, we have our annual field day, which would be June 15th. And on June 16th is our kindergarten promotion ceremony. And also on that day, our first graders are going to be attending a Detroit Zoo field trip. So parents look for that in the up and coming weeks. And then finally, our 5th grade promotion ceremony is June 20th. And I would like to introduce Mrs. Bernadette Vieto, who is our literacy coach for our school, to go over the Reading Corps program.
Ms. Vieto, I'm sorry, 1 second before you go on, start. Mr. Anderson, there was a question in the chat. Will the book fair be the same time as parent teacher conference?
Yeah, so we during parent teacher conferences, the book fair will be open for parents to come and purchase books as well.
And then where exactly is that in the building? Is that,
That's going to be in the
We're in
500 hallway 503.
503, and this book fair is the buy one, get one free book fair as well.
oh, it's the best one then?
It
Best
is.
one.
It
Both of
is.
them. Okay, we gotta get that in. All right, parents, 503 in the elementary on Friday from 3 to 6. Thank you, Ms. Vieto. Go ahead.
You are very welcome. Hi, everyone. My name is Bernadette Vieto. I'm the literacy coach at the elementary building. I was asked to speak on the Reading Corps program that we've had here in the elementary building for 5 years now. I have been the internal coach for the program from the beginning. With this program, all students in grades K through 3 are tested. The program has a set of benchmark goals, and each student is, tested on the assessment, and we are scoring them or ranking them from top to bottom. So we are first pulling the students that are just missing the benchmark score. So they just need that little bit of extra practice to get them up and over where they should be. So when we start at the beginning of the year, we start with those students. And as they meet the goal, they exit the program, and we keep moving down the list so we can service as many students as we can. The great thing about this program is it is a one-on-one program. So each student works one-on-one with a tutor for 20 minutes every day, Monday through Friday. They have a scheduled time slot that we communicate with the teachers to find the best time for them to be pulled and not miss instruction in the classroom. And they work with a tutor, like I said, Monday through Friday for 20 minutes every day. So far this year, we have exited 28 students from our program. We just met with the higher ups in the AmeriCorps Michigan Education Program, and they said that we have the most students exited in Southeast Michigan. So we're pretty proud of that, and we're proud of all the hard work that the students and the tutors do every day with our kids. Students are progress monitored every month until they exit 3rd grade. So even when they exit the program, we still do go back and make sure that they are where they're supposed to be. If they have fallen back below the benchmark, they're the first ones to enter back into the program when there's an open space. So we see great progress and great growth with the students who are part of this program, and we look forward to continuing it next year as well.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Vieto.
You're
Ms.
very-
Vieto, that's just the 3rd grade you said?
It's for grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. So we service all kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd graders.
Those two, I'm sorry, I missed the selection criteria. What was the selection criteria?
All students are tested.
Oh, okay.
And then we have them all listed in order, and we just kind of work our way down the list. So not every student is chosen. But we try to get the ones that are closest. We call them the bubble students. So the ones that are almost where they're supposed to be, just to give them that little extra support to bump them up over where the benchmark is. And then we just keep moving our way down the list for the rest of the school year.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. Thanks for the information.
Of course.
Mr. Anderson, is all yours. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mrs. Vieto. I know you have to jump off. Parents, if you have any questions, you can just put in the chat, and then I can see if I can answer. If not, we'll find an answer for you. But like Mrs. Vieto said, it's a very strong component at our school. And we know that, when you have small group tutoring or one-on-one tutoring, it's just a great opportunity for those students to kind of push them ahead. And so we're glad to partner with this program. And like Mrs. Vieto said, it's the 5th year. And that's all for us, Mr. Williams. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Thank you, Ms. Vieto, for your time tonight. I know it's a Wednesday night, and we're all busy, and thank you for joining us for the night. We're gonna pass a torch right on to the middle school. And I don't know who started first, as Mr. Waters or Ms. Wilson. Just
I got
holler
it.
there and we can get it going.
I got it. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
I apologize to all our parents. Good evening. Number one, I'm in my car, and I'm in my car because I'm a parent as well. And my son is about to get his orange belt for Taekwondo, and we're excited about that. And we're about to go in. But I'll give you some quick announcements so you can know what's going on. We finally finished our testing with MSTEP. Parents, you need to know that we got our last testing session coming up with NWEA, and it's not to over-test our students. It's to properly assess where they are so we can wrap our curriculums around them to best support your child. So please make sure that they are properly rested, that they're getting the proper eating, that they're resting, doing whatever so they can be prepared for these tests. We also have a middle school track meet scheduled for May 28th at Renaissance High School. The meet will begin at 2:00 p.m. promptly. The cost is $3 for adults and $2 for students. Our fabulous Lady Butterflies attended the field study experience today to view the movie Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret, at the Imagine Theater. This comes from a book by Julie Bloom. Our robotics team has a competition that will be held in Freeland, Michigan on Saturday, May 20th. From 9 until 2 p.m. We are extremely excited about our students competing in this event. Parent-teacher conference will be held on Friday, May 19th from 3 until 6 p.m. This is the last quarter, parents. It's important that you come to parent-teacher conference, not only to talk to the teachers, but also to support your child. I have observed that many of the children have had issues in class because of not completing assignments. We can put a plan of action for your students because they can have success for the rest of the school year. We also have our career day on Monday, May 22nd, and that goes from 9 until 2:00 p.m. Our students will be able to experience different individuals in the professional field. Our middle school visited the Detroit Science Center, the Charles H. Wright African American Museum, and the Toledo Zoo last week, and they all enjoyed that experience. And finally, our 8th grade events are coming down the pipeline. We have the end of the 8th grade, end of the year trip scheduled for May 25th. We have the 8th grade sneaker ball will be held on June 9th from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. Final exams will take place the week of June 5th, and the 8th grade ceremony is June 14th at 5:00 p.m. I speak for my coworker as well. We're coming down the end of the year, parents. We just need support. We want to tighten up and make sure that they get out of the school year properly. Please make sure they come into school in the proper uniform. We want to make sure they get to class. We're really strong on them not being tardy. Make sure they get to class on time so they can get the proper information and be successful in school each and every day. And that's all I have for middle school.
Thank you, Mr. Waters, my wonderful co-partner. Thank you, Mr. Williams. I have the pleasure now of introducing our team. We have Mr. Washington, our 8th grade science teacher. He will be talking a little bit about our Fresh Nation broadcasting classes. After that, you will hear from Ms. Skylar Johnson. She's our social studies teacher, and she's going to talk a little bit about our after-school Japanese classes. Then I have my Lady Butterfly student partner here, Ms. Zoe Jamerson, and she's going to talk about our middle school Lady Butterfly pieces. So thank you so much. Mr. Washington, take the floor.
Okay, I'm here to talk about our Fresh Nation program. Fresh Nation is a broadcasting and communication program. It's really a training program for young people. And people in the program, they learn about TV, radio, podcast productions. Students who are enrolled in the classes, they get an introduction to making videos, they get an introduction to journalism or news reporting. And then they got this little special thing that they do. They get placed in these teams. And then the people who are on the teams, they pick roles. Some person might be in charge of doing the video recording. Another person might be in charge of using the microphone to do interviews. Somebody on the team might be in charge of editing. And then that small little team, they'll travel from event to event. And like we got next week coming up, we got a career day. The kids will go during career day. They'll interview students. They'll interview administrators. They'll interview some of the people speaking. And then they bring the clips in the interview back to the classroom. They edit it and they make these small little news clips. And these teams, they work at all the events we have. Any events we have coming up, we send the teams out and they do they're like a roaming news reporters for our school. So the name of the program is called Fresh Nation. Right now, the classes are after school on Wednesdays from 3:30 to 4:30. And they even work with us during our summer program. During summer school, they provide enrichment classes for the students who attend. So again, the name of the program is Fresh Nation. It's a broadcasting and communication training program for young people. It's dynamite. If you got a student that's interested, you can check in the main office and hopefully we'll get more kids signed up.
Thank you, Mr. Washington. So kids can go into the office. Is there any grade restrictions, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, or middle school period?
Middle school period, any middle school student.
Great. Thank you for the information, Mr. Washington.
We're moving to me now.
Yes,
Awesome.
Ms. Johnson, it's all you.
Hi. Just had to triple check. I'm Miss Johnson. I'm the 6th grade social studies teacher, but after school, I host the Japanese club that we have at CPA Middle School. It runs from on Mondays and Thursdays from 3:30 until 4:45. On Mondays, I teach the students Japanese. I'm mostly fluent in the language. I don't know the word for like scalpel or anything, but I could get by. And so we've been learning greetings, how to say our names in Japanese. We just learned countries recently, and we're starting to form like sentences together. And it's really, it's so fun and exciting to watch the kids as they learn how to write in this language that is somewhat complicated for English speakers. And they just get so excited and they're passionate. Just the other day, one of my students said how they were studying last night. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're studying. That's great. And then on Thursdays, we do Japanese culture. So recently we've been watching something called Studio Ghibli movies. They're very family friendly, Japanese animated movies. The kids are really into that. They're really fun. They're PG, G-rated movies, so they're appropriate for pretty much the whole family. We watch other animes, Japanese cartoons. I've been trying to teach them how to do origami and just sort of teaching them all about everything that they could want to know about Japan. It's a really fun program. I look forward to me doing it next year. This was my first year doing it, and I look forward to next year. All grades in middle school are allowed to apply, and so I'm hoping that we get a much bigger pond next year.
Great to hear, Ms. This is parents, our first time ever having a Japanese club in the middle school. We had Japanese for years in the high school, but we never had it in the middle school. So this opportunity is for us one of a lifetime. And we thank you, Ms. Johnson, for providing us, our students, opportunity, this exposure. We typically, most traditional schools carry Spanish and French. So Japanese is a big step and a leap. And so we thank you for the opportunity. And parents, please make sure your child take that challenge. I know it's not easy to learn, but it's worth the challenge. Ms. Wilson, it's all you.
All right. Zoe? Okay, so the Lady Butterflies is an organization that celebrates, educates, and assists developing young girls into responsible and sophisticated women. We do a lot of things like trips. Grades are very important to us. We do school service, try to pick up trash, and it's pretty much a sisterhood. We stick together, talk about everything that's been going on. We do a lot of stuff together. It's a pretty fun little group to be in, and I really like it. I think a lot more people should join it. It's for all grades, 6th through 8th, and yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Zoe. And as Mr. Waters stated earlier, we had a really nice trip today. We went to the Imagine Theater and we saw a coming of age movie by Judy Blume. And we had popcorn and snacks, and we came back and we served the girls pizza. We had a really great time. So our goal is to just do etiquette, do things together, like we talked about sisterhood, conflict resolution, and things like that. So we had a really great time today. Thank you, Mr. Williams. That's all for the middle school. Thank you to my team for coming to supporting us. And parents, if you have any questions, please place them in the chat. And Mr. Waters and I will get back to you soon. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Wilson, and more importantly, thank you, Zoe. I know Zoe's grandmother personally, so I told Ms. Wilson to kidnap Zoe after school and have her stay with you and talk to these parents tonight. So Zoe, John will do. I'll let grandma know tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Get your little treat for lunchtime because you did real good tonight. Presenting. Thank you so much. So parents, if there are any questions, please put them in the chat. Our goal for the month of April and May was to we believe in developing the whole child. So you heard things about over the past 2 months about sports, you heard things about academics, you heard things about SEL, social emotional support, you heard things about mentors and clubs and female etiquette clubs and Japanese clubs. So our goal was to allow you guys to hear from the people on the front line, as well as some of our students to hear about all the things that they are doing and then experiencing and have a positive experience here at Charlie Park Academy. And so we believe a successful student is a student who gets involved. So we have a plethora of programs from elementary to 12th grade outside of our regular curriculum, our regular classroom day. So I suggest that please have your students get involved with these organizations, with these clubs, these programs, because the more they're involved, the better they would like to be at school, and we don't mind having them here at school. I got a few last minute announcements before we go. Please make sure if you have not yet done so, you received a re-enrollment link or a letter home from your students to make sure you fill out your re-enrollment form so we can make sure we'll hold your spot for next year. Registration is going very quickly, but we give our internal parents the first spot. So if you have not yet filled out your enrollment form, or if you've not filled out the link online, please make sure you call your office tomorrow and they can walk you through it and get you all set up to your child's spot will be held for next year. Parents, you should have also received today via email or via text a little issue we're dealing with students bringing they call them splat guns. You should have got that letter from the CEO today. Just want to make sure that we're careful that we don't want our kids to be these guns. They look like they're camouflage guns. They're actually like little gelatin balls inside them. They can hurt a student and hurt themselves. But more importantly, we don't want people to be mistaken for having an actual weapon. And actually, because they look like a gun. So please make sure that you tell your kids to keep that at home. If they have it, don't bring it to school. It's not appropriate to school. If we don't want to have to suspend a child for bringing that to a campus and then shooting it and hitting the child in the face or the eye, and then we have another issue. So please, if you could be so kind, sir and ma'am, to just make sure that you let your kids know if they have that, leave it at home. That's for the backyard. That's for you guys to play with in the neighborhood. But please don't bring it to school. We don't want to have mistaken identity of somebody thinking that there's a weapon or somebody getting hurt or injured because we're playing. We don't want to play at school. Just June 5th, if there are any 5th grade or current 8th grade parents on here, you'll get more information coming up real soon. But that'll be our CPA transition night. That's when we allow our 5th grade parents and students to come over to the middle school to be embraced in their culture and everything you have to offer for the middle school. We'll do their scheduling that day. We're going to honor some parents that day who've been with us since 3rd grade and kindergarten. We're going to have drawings. We're going to have some like food, but you get a chance to meet the administration team at the middle school, and the same thing for the high school. So our 8th grade students go to 9th grade. We're doing it the same night, same day. You'll get to meet that team. You'll be get students to be able to pick their elective classes for their schedules for the fall. So it's gonna be like a mini orientation for our 6th graders and 9th graders for next school year. So parents, if you have students in 5th and 8th grade now, be looking out for that information coming up soon. June 5th from 5 to 7. It'll be your a mini orientation to get your child ready to go and off to the right start for fall for school year. As you heard about Mr. Erickson, Mr. Anderson talked about, and Mr. Waters about summer programs. Ton of summer programs coming up for the summer. So be on the lookout for that information as well. But all 3 schools will have summer programs, and we also have other opportunities for programs for middle school and high school outside of our campus that we're going to be getting information to parents as well that are very, and University of Michigan, UND Mercy, Wayne County Community College, a lot of STEM programs, science programs, women in technology. So there's a lot of things going on. We're going to try to get our kids engaged with this summer. So just make sure you just look out for that information. The last announcement, Mr. Waters mentioned the career day coming up next Monday. So parents, if you or anybody you know has time to volunteer to come speak to our students for career day, please just send me an email and I'll get you in touch with the middle school counselors. But we're looking for as many people as we can to come and speak about different careers, different opportunities to expose our students to. So career day is this upcoming Monday, May 22nd. I think it's 9 to 11 and then 1 to 3. If you know anybody that's interested that could be a volunteer, please email me at williamsk@chandlerparkacademy.net and I'll make sure I'll get you guys all set up. So parents, any other questions you may have before we go, please make sure you put your child's name and grade in the chat. We actually got out early tonight. Well, we got out 25 minutes early. So please enjoy this great weather out here. CPA team, thank you again for coming. Zoe, to all the students who came, thank you again for presenting. And if there's no other questions, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, parents.